he's still got a long way to go. He's still in the middle of his rehab, and but he's attacking it the right way, and you just love seeing great things happen for great people. He's that.
You have a couple staff members in all season. How does that help kind of move forward when you guys are doing as a staff?
Yeah, we Nick Bowman, who was in kind of our director of recruiting, left and got a full-time job, down there at Nichols State with one of our guys, Austin Claunch, who's the youngest head coach in Division I. He was my video guy for a couple of years here at Clemson. So really happy for Nick. Always loved seeing guys on my staff, grow, and for him to get a full-time job down there with Austin is great. Transitioned Lucas McKay into our recruiting spot and moved him out of the operations spot. Lucas has always had a keen interest in recruiting, has done a lot of really good things for us. He knows the lay of the land in North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina. He's been very influential in helping our staff with a lot of things behind the scenes in that way. So he's already, ripping and running, doing a great job. So then we hired Matt Buckland from Georgia, who was doing a similar type job over there at Georgia, and he's made a seamless transition. Obviously, Coach Fox and I are good friends, have a lot of respect for the way they did things in Georgia, and so Matt's been able to come in and just has fit perfectly. And then I was able to grab an additional hire, and thank Dan and for giving me that opportunity. We hired Marty Simmons from Evansville, the head coach at Evansville the last 11 years. Marty and I, my first year in coaching, 1992. Marty and I shared an office. I was a grad assistant. He was an assistant there for Coach Cruz at Evansville. And so I've known Marty most of my adult life, watched him play. Those of you that want to see a guy who could really play, Marty Simmons was an unbelievable player at the University of Evansville. And so to have him come with us and to kind of just be a special assistant to the head coach really just helped me with our team, basketball-wise. I think sometimes your assistants, everybody, in basketball, a lot of times your assistants are kind of preparing for the next team, and we have 2 and 3 games a week, and so your assistants are constantly kind of looking at the next week's game. They're out recruiting. And every once in a while, it's just like, who's thinking about our team all the time besides me? And so to be able to bring him in and have him help me kind of coach our team in a couple of different areas, I think is really going to be helpful and beneficial. And he's extremely excited to be here, to be at this level and see what it's like. And so he's going to be great for us.
When's your actual start of date for practice?
September 25th, I think, is the day we're allowed to. We're not going to start until a couple days later. We've got 42 days to have 30 practice days. So we've kind of measured that out. Going to give the guys a couple extra days until we get started. I think we're going to start that Friday. I don't know what that date is exactly, but end of the month. So it's a lot different from when we used to start November 1st, October 15th, October 1st. We just keep moving back. It feels like we're practicing all the time, which is good for me. I don't know if our players love it, but
I was going to say, you tip off. I mean, you play for keeps almost 2 months from the day.
yeah,
it's getting earlier and earlier.
it is.
Every year.
We moved the start date to the season is moved from the first Friday to the Tuesday. I think we open with the Citadel November 6th, maybe. So start dates have changed. And obviously, just trying to get the games in a little bit different time frame because of the amount of games we're playing. And in Division I, it's gotten a little bit more with all the exempted tournaments and squeezing an extra game in because of that. There's just been a lot of things that have caused the schedule to change just a little bit here the last couple of years.
How about the sense of relief you must feel on getting Tyson and Scar on Twitter? Major accomplishment.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that, and I'm sure they'll be contributing tremendously, and you guys will all want to follow those guys.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
All right, let's let the varsity get up here. Where's he at? He called me out? I wasn't listening.
I know what he said.
Hey, is anybody going to ask Sweeney what hoops he had to jump through
Thanks, man.
to allow him to move into my neighborhood?
You already went through that.
I'm sure he's done.
You already talked about the hazing process.